information, should you choose to accept it.
It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Well, The Rock says, why don't we just cut right to the chase?
Okay, now he wants to get together. Well, he wants to talk.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
It's showtime, folks!
What are you?
I'm...
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to And I Quote. This is the weekly show where we introduce you to content creators of all shapes and sizes that join us from many and all corners of the nerd universe. We find out more about them and take your questions. I am your host, Ryan of Nerd Culture, and our guest on this particular episode, guess what? We're great at putting together these episodes. We're great at introducing you to new content creators, but guess what? We're good at putting together sequels too. So this is part what? It's part deux. Part two. Please welcome Gift Basket Creator. That's right. Gift Basket Creator. Think about that for a minute. Ghayda Yaghi's in the building from Charm Celebrations. Ghayda, how are you?
I'm doing excellent, Ryan. First and foremost, thank you again for bringing me back for version 2.0. I don't know why I said version 2 and then I stumbled and I'm like, no, version 2.0.
I was going to say we had one job here and already we're messing it up, but I will let you in on this though. If you're watching this for the first time and this is your first time with us, welcome. We're happy that you're here. Don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends. And also, if you have any questions for Ghayda as we go throughout the course of this episode, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Our producers are going to be monitoring it as we go through the course of the show. But in the meantime, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've sat down and had a cup of coffee, maybe a cup of sweet tea, as they do in North Carolina. So I'm just curious, how is Gift Basket creating going for you?
Honestly, right now it's slow and steady. Thank you for asking. I did create a baby shower basket for the first time this year, and it would be my 8th celebrity gift basket, actually.
That is amazing. That is truly amazing. Great stuff. 2 thumbs way, way up for our leading lady. With that being said, for those of you who may be wondering, when did you decide to put together these magical things, or majestical, some may call them? I don't know. If you have another word for this, let me know in the chat because I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Gift Basket Creator. When did you decide to do it?
Actually, I just hit my anniversary back in January on my 1-year anniversary. And how it started with my girl, Nature's Mixed Mocktails, Tracy Pennywell, and she and I wanted to create personalized gift baskets back in December of 2021. Then we transitioned and she's like, why don't you take the reins on this one? You're very creative. You use colored shrink wrap and you have so much emphasis on every little piece of item that goes into the basket. And then it just started becoming a domino effect. And it all started with my husband's gift crate. And the reason I say crate, it was because I couldn't find a basket and I needed to find and improvise the type of situation. Okay, it's a manly crate and he can use it for his manly tools, whether it's for his drills, whether it's for hammers, what have you. And that's the nice thing about these crates, about these personalized baskets, or whatever the case may be. If someone wants a colored basket, if someone wants a crate, whether it's rustic, whether it's normal, whether it's woven, however. So the possibilities are truly endless, from the variety of colored shrink wrap that I carry, from the variety of colored stuffing and bows and ribbons. And from there, I just fell in love with it, and it just became my new passion after becoming an event planner, which I still, and to this day, love and adore all events. So it'll always have a special place in my heart, but this is my forever passion now.
So to give someone who may be watching or listening to this an opportunity to get to understand the gift basket creating, so to speak, I have an example here. This is an example of one of your gift baskets. Can you tell us what is happening in this image?
So this was actually for Christmas, and I still have it. So if people want it, it's a $350 gift
Mhm.
basket due to the fact of the amount of items that are in the basket. And it's heavy. It's a workout. So it's a holiday gift basket that has uh like not motivational pieces, but so much pieces that you can put on your counter, on your table, and on your fireplace if you have a fireplace. It has red and white wine, it has candy, it has candles, it has votive candle holder. So it has a number of things that's good for anyone and everyone all across the board, minus kids who are under 21.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fabulous gift basket. And in the words of Marty McFly, whoa, this is heavy. With that being said, this is one of the same baskets, but it's put together with something known as colored shrink wrap. Why do you believe that colored shrink wrap is so important when it comes to creating a gift basket?
Well, it's different, and it's it's nothing like anyone's really truly seen before. And I wanted to stand out in the sense that I wanted to steer clear of the clear shrink wrap, because with color it brings vibrance, it brings elegance, it brings mystery, and it just brings a different type of ambiance where it brings people closer. And it just the fact that when they go to open it, it's priceless.
Well, I mean, they said that about a certain card doing this, priceless. That was a commercial going back a few years. If you want to know more about that, just worry about it later. Look on YouTube a little bit later on. You'll find out where that reference specifically may have come from. But with that being said, everyone has something known as a wish list or a bucket list, if you will. So if
Mhm.
you had a wish list of people you would hope to make gift baskets for, whether they are celebrities or not, who would potentially be on that list?
I would say anyone and everyone all across the board, all walks of life, because
Hmm.
it's good for fur babies, it's good for infants, it's good for any type of celebration, any occasion, any work related environment, any event all year long, whether it's one guy told me, he was like, get out of the doghouse basket. You're
Get,
on mute, Ryan.
get out of the doghouse, gee whiz. That is, yeah. Some individuals have experienced that. Let's not dive into those type of stories on this show. But I will say this. That's a good answer. It's a good answer. I would have been interested to hear potential names out there, but hey, it's okay. You don't have to play favorites.
No.
It's okay. Don't necessarily worry about it. Have there been any new special memories for you about whether you're presenting a gift basket to somebody or being present at an event, whether you're there as a vendor or an attendee?
Honestly, I will tell you this. There were recently two celebrities actually.
Hmm.
And one's a rapper, her name is G Love. And Anna Mae's reached out to me to gift her friend this special gift basket for her birthday. Her birthday was the day before Christmas, and when we got that Arctic freeze, and I we managed to be stealthy about it, and it's just that genuine reaction when you open a gift. It's not it's very personalized, and it gives the individual to truly get to know those on a more personal level, where it's not just getting any kind of gift. It's personalizing it to what that individual wants. So my newest slogan, you're going to love this: creating unique gift baskets for unique individuals just like you.
I love that. I love that. Can we put that on a shirt? Can we put that somewhere?
Yes,
We might
that
want to
I'm
add that to a
working
piece
on
of
something
marketing
like that.
material, maybe a bulletin board somewhere, maybe a what do you call those things? Post-it notepads, something like that.
Vision boards.
Vision boards. There you go. You can put it on a vision board, hypothetically. And by the way, for those of you who are just joining us, this is, and I quote, here at Nerd Culture Channel. Make sure you like and share this video with all of your closest friends. We are talking with Ghayda of Charm Celebrations, who puts together a magical thing. They're known as gift baskets with colored shrink wrap. That is not something you hear every day. All right. This is unique stuff. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. With that being said, what is well, when it comes to running a small business, let's put it to you this way. When you're running a small business, what is the best and worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
So far, I haven't really been given any bad advice. And someone once asked me, what was my most memorable thing about doing these gift baskets?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what stands out the most? Handwritten thank you cards. And the themes. Different themes, different types of collaborations. Like, for example, if someone's into Dragon Ball Z or Venom or Black Panther or Harry Potter, there's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. There's a lot of Disney princess fans out there. There's a lot of fur baby fans out there. There's a lot of wildlife fans out there. So that's the beauty of it. It's not just one type of basket, not one run-of-the-mill cookie cutter style wine, cheese, meat type baskets. But some people like the simplicity. But for me, I prefer going above and beyond to be able to have that personal touch, to give them that memorable moment. Like, wow, this person really took the time to really communicate with me, to inform me when my items are arriving. And I always break my prices down. And I've had a couple people ask me, why do you do it that way? One, I'm being and leading with integrity and being honest with myself along with them. Because at the end of the day, why charge someone something that I'm not doing work for?
No, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. And another way of looking at things is, if you love what you do, it's not called work.
Nope.
You know,
It's not.
is there a particular theme when it comes to creating a gift basket that you would say you enjoy making the most? Like, it does, just out of curiosity, because you mentioned a few of them, don't get me wrong, but is there one that stands out to you as like, oh, I love making this theme basket. I love it.
Honestly, I can't say that I do have a favorite because of the individuality that corresponds to it.
Man, you're being so good with you're being so straightforward, diplomatic with these. I can't pick favorites. I'm just going to tell you straight. I'll be straight down the line. We're not going too far off the reservation here. Okay, fine. With that being said, what are your plans for Charm Celebrations moving forward within the next 5 years?
Well, everything happens in divine timing.
Mm-hmm.
I do plan on owning my own warehouse. When that happens, that's going to happen in the grace of God. And the reason why I say that, because there are so many opportunities out there that I'm not going to be closed-minded to, so to speak, in the sense that I will not be closed off to any opportunities, because whatever opportunities I'm blessed with, I'm going to openly accept it, as it's always a blessing from God, whether it's a lesson or I'm learning something or I'm doing something to better myself, because the only way we grow is to have positive feedback, whether it's good or bad. It's how we take it in our next level of growth. In order to level up, we have to take the feedback that individuals give us in order to continue to be on that path or grow and do better for ourselves. But never take it personal, because the moment you take it personal is the moment you're allowing your emotion to affect your judgment.
Mic drop. Very good stuff. Do not get me wrong. And by the way, if you have any questions for Ghayda during the course of this program, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Whether you are watching us live or on the replay, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends. When it comes to running a small business, in your experience thus far, what is the best way to market yourself? What do you think is the best social media channel or something that you've learned over the course of time that really helps you with marketing when it comes to a small business in general?
Honestly, I would say networking, networking, putting in the legwork. And perfect example,
Hmm.
I really want to give a big, huge shout out to Hustle Vita, to Jessica Jeans, to Tex, to Infamous Tex from Hustle Town Network. Because if it wasn't for these two individuals reaching out to me, among many others like Fire, and if it wasn't for Fire, I wouldn't have been able to go out and do a vision board and create a vision board. So I truly thank her for that, and the Social Lights and the Zydeco sisters for a number of reasons. And if you're never, if you're always afraid to step out of your comfort zone, you're always going to be in steady movement. But the moment you get out of your comfort zone, remember the crawfish festival I told you about that I had a meeting with Infamous Tex? I was so humbled to meet so many people. I got the opportunity to meet Tech Nine's brother. So that's the thing. When you start networking and step out of that comfort zone, you're going to get to that next level. Granted, not many people are going to approach you. Not many people are going to say, yes, I want this right away. Just take it as you're putting your name out there. You're networking. You're marketing yourself. You're your own billboard. And the more you create, and honestly, I created a shirt from the flyer that I put together through Canva, and I made sure my QR code works. So if I end up wearing it one day in public, people will see the pictures of the various of personalized gift baskets I've done, from Hello Kitty to Mimi's gift basket, who's Coolio's wife that I did, whose gift basket I did for David Lanier, and many others, and a Venom basket nonetheless. So, and my husband's gift basket. So it's a variety of personalized gift baskets, and it attracts.
That is very, very, very true. And by the way, some people are chiming in here in the chat. $1 advice guy. Says this is Alex, by the way. Money in the Bank Production
Hey
says,
guys.
"Hey Ryan and Charm Celebrations, what's going on?" Money in the Bank Production. I like that name.
I know, man. I've missed you, DJE. It's been a chaotic week between work and jury duty. It's been fun. So we got to do our civic duty as citizens. Whether you get chosen or not, we got to do our civic duty.
Yeah, that is very true. And let's see here. This is Alex, by the way. Is that one of your
That's my
friends?
cousin. Yes.
That's your
That's my
cousin. Oh,
cousin.
it's your cousin. Okay.
Shout out to Alex. Thanks for joining.
There you go. Because I one of my friends just happens to be named Alex, but there's too many Alexes, there's too many other names, and it's hard to
Oh
keep
my
track
God.
of these individuals sometimes. But
Yes.
thank you for identifying yourself in the chat. It really helps me and it keeps us organized here on the show. So please, by all means, let us know. How are you doing? And if you have any questions for Ghayda, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Thank you all for being here. We do greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share this video with all of your closest friends. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, thank you so much, because you're going to like the way you look after watching or listening to our content. I guarantee it. It's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. I'm telling you, it's so many words, but Money in the Bank, man, that's a cool name.
Yes.
But with that being said, I want to let you know, G, and also the people or the individual who may be watching or listening to this, that this episode of Van Dyke Quote, and every episode Van Dyke Quote, is indeed powered by our good friends over there at Poddex. What's up, Poddex? Let me tell you about Poddex here. Poddex are unique interview questions as well as episodes, starting prompts located in the palm of your very own hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience, or you're looking to get more engagement, you're going to want to check out our good friends over there at poddex.com. Use the promo code Ryan10. That's Ryan10, RYAN10 for 10% off your first order. You're not going to want to miss out on that. I'm telling you, I'm being dead serious. I'm sorry, those are strong words. But anyhow, the question from our good friends over here at Poddex, and I see more people are chiming in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see here. $1 advice guy says she forgot favorite cousin.
Oh, favorite.
So you're being called out here in the chat.
Apparently so.
And then Money in the Bank Productions goes on to say, thanks, Ryan, for the shout out. You are quite welcome, good sir. You're just so money. You just don't even know it. You're like a big bear, man. I love that phrase. Anywho, if you don't know what movie that's from, you need to Google that after this show. But I'll tell you this. Here's our question from our good friends over here at Poddex. If you were going on what is known as a road trip, what are 3 must-haves you couldn't leave without?
Oh, that's actually a good question. 3 things. Let's see. In general. Yeah. Hygiene. I would say food and water. And I know it's a 3, but I'm gonna chime in and add an extra music.
There you go. Music. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. By the way, for those of you who are watching or listening to this, let us know your thoughts on these questions in the chat, because I'd be curious. If you're going on a road trip and you only bring what are 3 things you cannot be without? Let us know in the chat. Be curious to hear your thoughts. Poddex wants to know who was the best boss you ever had and what made them the best.
Wow. I have 2. So the first person I'm going to have to say is Louis Grell from LG Event Pro. That's the first job I had when I moved to Texas. And he's like a big brother to me. And so what makes him an amazing boss, and whether he watches this or not, is the fact that 1, he has a big heart. 2, his open door policy in seeking advice, in asking. Without asking and not knowing, you're never going to learn. You're never going to grow. But at the same time, he's very creative. He works in stealth, but at the same time, when he comes up with these amazing projects, and he keeps his inner circle in the know, then everybody else will know after it's created. And that actually inspired me. So when I do create these baskets, it actually inspired me to be very creative, very stealthy, lean on my support system. And at the same time, something he told me I will never, ever, ever forget. Do you know who's your role model? Who's your role model?
Oh, you asking me? I'm sorry. I thought this was part of a statement. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do I know who my role model is? Gee, I've had so many in my historic, non-existent Hollywood career. I don't want to forget anyone because I want to thank the Academy for this award. No, I'm kidding. That is hard. That's really hard. But I would say one of them to me was one of my, can I go with one of my teachers? Is that a fair game?
Well, I'll tell you what he told me, but go ahead.
All right. I'd probably go with one of my teachers, and this is going to sound cliche, and I apologize. She got married after this, but her name is Mrs. Johnson. I know, very original, right? So Mrs. Johnson was a role model to me because the way she was able to handle all the pressure and all the things we had to do to put on our dramatic productions. This was the course of high school. I'm talking about high school theater, folks, for those of you who may be wondering. The fact that she was able to handle all that and yet still give each individual actor the attention that they needed to understand what character they were playing and to understand how important their lines are and where their cues are, where you got to line up. Because when you're on a stage, you have to hit your cues, right? You have to hit your mark. You got to do it because otherwise your fellow actors are going to be thinking, what's my line again? What's going on? So I would say she's one of my role models because she was very good at she was just very good at how to manage stuff and handle the stress and the difficulties that came with being not only a teacher, but a high school theater director. That is not an easy thing to do. So my hat's off to her. I know that probably doesn't answer the question very well, but hey, I tried.
And you know what he told me? Because I told him David Tutero was my idol and my role model. And you know what he told me? No. You know who should be your role model? You. You should be your own role model because you're going to look to yourself for the future and look to your past of how far you've come.
Mind blown. That is a great answer. That is good. Man, it's better than anything I could come up with. By the way, people were chiming in the chat about some questions about they can't go on a road trip without these following items. Money in the Bank says, I can't go on a road trip without my insulin, my medicine, my music, and aluminum-free deo. What does that mean?
Deodorant.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I got you. I was like, what deo? Like, what is, like, DC something? I don't know, whatever.
I got you.
We get it now. And then Money in the Bank goes on to say, I actually have a couple of role models. Well, let us know in the chat. Give us some names. If you feel comfortable sharing them. If you want to keep them to yourself, that's fine too. No pressure there, chat.
Definitely.
Good answer. Man, you're just, what's the expression? You're on fire with these answers. But the next question that Poddex wants to know the answer to, what was speaking of gift baskets, what was the best present you ever received?
Honestly, the best present. You know what? It's simple. My kids.
I was thinking, I was like, you might say 3 Little Munchkins, but who knows?
Yes. And honestly, the best gifts I have received are not just my kids, my husband, the people in my life, my friendships. Those are truly the best gifts I've received, and the people who've connected with me and who've been with me from day one. And I truly believe that's the best gift I can ever receive and ever ask for, because I'm learning new things each and every day, even from you, Ryan.
Oh, shucks. I mean, you got me blushing back here. Anywho, let's see here. Money in the Bank says one of my role models is We Know Faya. $1 advice guy says me as a cousin. And then according to your advice, he says, boom, great advice. Great answer there, that last one.
Thank you.
See, we're doing well here in the chat. So thanks for chiming in and giving her the credibility that she deserves. So the next thing Poddex wants to know is, would you travel to outer space if possible?
Yes, I would actually.
You would do it?
Yes. You know why?
Why is that?
To be among the universe, to be among the planets, the stars, up close and personal, you can't beat that.
That is a fair point. That's a fair point. One of the first times I went into outer space was on a television series that, for those of you who may have grown up in the late 80s, early 90s, there was this wonderful animated series called The Magic School Bus.
Exactly.
And The Magic School Bus, and this is a fun fact for those of you who may be wondering, the very first episode of The Magic School Bus, as far as I know, unless someone wants to correct me in the chat, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, please do. The first episode is called Gets Lost in Space. So the first episode, you get Arnold's cousin, who's with them in the bus, go up in outer space. They get lost, obviously. They got to find their way back. Miss Frizzle is all happy about it, and the kids are freaking out because when you get lost and you don't know where you're going, that is something to be concerned about. But Miss Frizzle's thinking, nah, we're going to be fine, because as the advice that she gives her students within the series is, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. I don't agree with the third one there, Miss Frizzle, but the first two I can kind of get with, because getting messy can have lots of different meanings, and I prefer to keep my clothes clean. I prefer to keep my science experiments as clean as possible, and I also prefer to have a clean environment where I am. So if that's something you agree or disagree with, Miss Frizzle, I know you're watching this in the comfort of your own home, even though you're an animated character, please let me know in the chat. But aside from that, going to outer space is an interesting way to look at things, because the universe is massive.
Yes, it is.
Massive. There's stars, there's galaxies, there's gas giants, there's planets. There could be other life on other planets, potentially Kryptonians, if you read the comics. So if there are Kryptonians out there, hey, bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm a Superman fan through and through. So just don't give me the rogue Kryptonians like they did in part 2 with Christopher Reeve, and you got General Zod and Nan and Ursa. Kneel before Zod, which is a great line, by the way. Great line. Do you remember that scene?
Yes, I do.
That is a great line.
Great
line. It's so good. It's so good. It's great. And Money in the Bank says, Professor Frizzles? Is that another one of your Roma? I'm not really sure where you're going with that Money in the Bank, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But it's a funny way of looking at it, though. Outer space. Maybe we'll talk about that after in another episode of, and I quote, with Ghayda of Charm Celebrations. Make sure you like and share this video with all of your closest friends. If you have any thoughts or questions for her, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, let us know. Curious to hear your thoughts. What is the main quality you think makes a great parent?
There's a few, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty, compassion,
Mm-hmm.
love, unconditional love. I meant to say unconditional love, not.
Oh, right. Going back. Yeah.
Discipline,
Mm-hmm.
tough love,
Mm.
and knowing when to be tough, but know when to be fair.
You know what? That is a fair point. Those are some fair pieces of statements and advice that would make a great parent. So all we got to say to that is,
this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I mean, it truly is. I mean, when you think about being a parental unit, that is, I mean, Mando said it best. I'm sorry, I had to throw in a Star Wars.
No, of course. And you know something else?
Hmm.
Respecting them as little people and not seeing them as kids. The reason I say that, a lot of people underestimate children for their intelligence, because they're little people who have brains and minds and can think for themselves, but we are here to guide them on the right track and to help them get to where they want to be by supporting them and teaching them right from wrong.
Fair points. Fair points. Well, that is just awesome sauce. We've had so many mic drop moments on this sequel episode of, and I quote, featuring Ghayda of Charm Celebrations. Where am I pointing to? There we are.
Yeah.
So with that, I keep pointing the wrong direction. I apologize. I'm going to do my best to get better at this, but it's going to take time. But with that being said, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to G of Charm Celebrations. That's one of her nicknames, by the way, for being on this episode of And I Quote. She's one of the coolest cats you're ever going to meet in your entire life. She's got great advice. She has a lot of great things in the works. She has done a great job for herself with regards to Charm Celebrations as a small business. And we look forward to seeing her somewhere down the line and her giving us an update on how her business is going, how other projects that she's been working on have been going. Ghayda, thank you so much for being here. We are grateful for your presence, grateful for your business, and grateful for you being here with us. For the person who's watching or listening to this, where can they follow you on social media?
They can follow me on all social media platforms. And before I forget, guys, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Ramadan, Eid, that's all coming up. Be sure to reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I'm on all major social media platforms. Charm Celebrations. On Instagram, it's charm.celebrations, which is my main page. And my backup page is straight Charm Celebrations. TikTok is Charm Celebrations. If you want to reach out to me, don't hesitate. I'm very responsive. I'm very understanding. And don't ever feel or be afraid to just ask questions. Without asking, you're never going to know the answers. Thank you, Ryan, and I appreciate you. And also, guys, go follow Ryan.
Thank you so much. You're too kind. I want to backtrack for one quick second, though. $1 advice guy has a question. He says, if you could give a single statement to someone starting a business or starting something new within their life, what would it be?
Without risk, there's no reward. Make it happen.
Goodness gracious. Can we get any better with these mic drop moments? I don't think so. But I do want to say thank you to G, also known as Ghayda from Charm Celebrations, for being our guest. My name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. Follow me on all forms of social media simply at RyanRPM5. Links are located within the description of this video where you can follow me, Ghayda, and our previous guests from our previous episodes. Make sure to check that out. Also, we got a lot of great things, or excuse me, great events, I should say, coming your way. I want to let you guys in on something. We are on tour. We're going to Comic-Cons. Our next stop is going to be at GalaxyCon in Richmond, Virginia. That's March 24th through the 26th, respectively. We're going to be there. We're going to be walking the convention floor. If you see us, say hi to us. We'd be more than happy to talk with you, hang out with you. We're going to be meeting some of the celebrity guests. We're going to be going to vendors and artists alley to meet all the independent artists, independent writers, creators. There's going to be so many things to do at GalaxyCon, March 24th through the 26th in Richmond, Virginia. So we're going to be there. It's going to be so much fun. And also, we are this close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. Once we do, we're going to throw the most electrifying party that Dwayne The Rock Johnson and YouTube.com have ever seen in their lives. Woo! So make sure you follow us, all forms of social media, and the YouTube channel at Nerd Culture Channel. Thank you so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Appreciate your support. We really do. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you get notified when our new videos and new pieces of content go up. And in the meantime, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. And remember, life is better when supporting small businesses as well as reading. Take a look.
Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida is leading the way in pop culture fun. From comic books and graphic novels to Funko Pops and collector's items, Famous Faces and Funnies has it all. Rick Shea and the professional team at Famous Faces and Funnies are friendly and knowledgeable. Whether you're looking for toys, props, collector treasures, or a new comic book, Famous Faces and Funnies is your one-stop shop. To find Famous Faces and Funnies on Facebook and Twitter, just type at FFF Comics.
Sweet dreams they placed on me inside my mind. Chance my truth, twist the past, my memories are fading fast. Am I still missed? Who do you want me to be? Am I still missed?
You've worked hard and written a great book. Now, it's time to give it a great cover. If you're an indie author or small press publisher, Plasmafire Graphics is your source for affordable cover illustration and graphic design. Plasmafire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you.
Good morning! Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.